Welcome to Whiskey Vault.
I'm sorry, I'm Daniel.
He's Kerfuffle.
I just had a, what just happened here?
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
We're getting it sorted.
Yeah,
What do we
and just in case, Alex is gonna lock the door when he leaves, because there's a partner meeting going on over here, a class.
It's a lot of people, yeah.
And there's like 8 Psalms in that group,
Yeah.
and they all have the code.
Oh,
So if they walk in
Oh, my,
while
oh,
we're
my.
shooting,
Yeah.
it'll be easier if the door's locked. But we're gonna do a thing. We're now onto our own reviews, right?
I think I just saw the new.
Yeah, you did. We're gonna do a thing.
Okay.
We're gonna try the new Proper 12.
Okay, so this is very interesting because rumor has it.
Yes.
The first Proper 12 is like, and then people have been swearing is like, no, you got to try the new one.
Yeah.
Which is very, very interesting to me right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Usually, whenever something's a smash hit, which Proper 12 was, it sold for all of the money. Usually, they just lock in whatever that is. We got to have that flavor profile, that consistency forever. But no, they allegedly tweaked it and made it nicer. I don't know. I haven't actually.
This is the one from our original review.
Okay.
So in theory,
Yeah.
there's a difference.
That's not. How do we not mix these up? Other than
I don't know. I'm gonna keep one down here.
Okay.
Because it's the same looking bottle. The logo hasn't changed at all, right?
This will be good.
Now, here's your story.
So-
They're working with.
It's weird we get to do this because
We don't have to bastard anybody. This is our choice.
But also it's Proper 12.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be very exciting for me if we didn't get to do this comparison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So we all know Conor McGregor, the dude who punches people.
Yep.
That's for a living.
Got left hands.
Yeah. He partnered, it's named after his neighborhood in Dublin, growing up, right?
Okay.
And it did sell for a shit ton of money. They were already partnering with this brand that ended up buying out the majority stake. I think he's still an owner, though. I don't entirely, it's kind of vague on the research. But they are partnered with Bushmills, and Proximo Spirits bought the major 49, already owned 49%. They bought the rest of it out. $500 million.
Yeah. McGregor's
So,
guys like that in the fight game are very interesting to me whenever you're so successful and so incredibly wealthy.
Yeah.
You don't need to fight another day in your life ever.
But he wants to.
Yeah.
Well, I think it takes a certain level of drive to reach that point.
Right, that
And you
doesn't
don't
just
get that
turn
way
off,
because
yeah.
it doesn't bother.
Yeah, you get all of the money in the world and you still didn't turn off. You want to.
Yeah,
Get
because it
something
was
to prove.
not really about the money. The money was more of like a badge to prove you made it. But yeah.
Hey, this is pretty brittle and shiny and
There's a little bit of a
Sweet.
candy apple, like a caramel apple.
and then that kind of metallic vanilla is really what's carrying the. I don't know. Not a lot of heft, dense, thick richness.
This is supposedly a blend of grain, like column still,
Yeah.
and single malt, not pot still.
Yeah.
Right?
The word.
So,
I don't know. It's not a good word, but the word that comes to mind is glassy.
yeah, I
Glassy.
can see that. Okay,
Kinda
before we take a sip,
little
I want to
sharp.
smell the original before my palate is absorbing both direction, retronasal and glass.
Retronasal.
Okay, keep this dead middle.
Also, we should acknowledge the fact that people aren't drinking Proper 12 Nate. They're maybe doing shots.
I don't
and
know,
they're putting
man.
it on the rocks.
I drink budget Jameson neat.
But you're weird.
Well, I mean, that's obviously.
No, the vast majority of people.
Yes.
The vast
Yeah,
majority
let's
of
do
people.
shots and stuff like that. But smell that. That is a little bit thinner.
I think probably not even shots. I think Proper 12 is on the rocks for most people.
Really?
I do. Yeah. Okay, I am getting more of that candy apple and vanilla on the new one.
It's slightly turned up on the nose.
Yeah.
Just
this-
for shits and giggles.
This one, the older one, is more simple. If there is going to be a note with that sweetness, it's going to be that metallic vanilla.
Oh, man. I thought I had...
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Still kind of brash and pokey and
Okay, keep this one down here, but this
bright.
This is generic Bushmills.
Yeah, it's getting there, man.
Like as in which is better?
I would put them pretty close.
Generic Bushmills.
Pretty close to on par with each other.
Yeah, it's a little more musty. The Bushmills has a little bit more of the malty note, that musty malt.
Yeah.
The Proper 12 is a little more of the candy apple.
Okay.
But then the original
Yep. It's the original.
It's
Proper
way more vanilla.
12.
Now we're talking variances of single-digit percentile
Yeah.
to low teens.
Yeah, I was
not like 50%.
I was going to say like 10 to 15%.
Yeah.
So what do you want to try first? The new one, or do you want to go back to the old original?
I want to sip the old one.
Okay, this is the old one.
Try that.
That was way too much finger contact.
Well, I couldn't figure out how to. I don't know why I grabbed it with the left hand. That's
That was
what
a
made
lot.
it weird.
It was a lot of-
Instead of reaching across.
There's a moment of vanilla. It's nice. It does not land well for me though.
And then drops off a cliff.
Well, no,
Okay.
I wish it dropped off a cliff. There's a little bit of a barrel bitterness that I don't know. It did not deserve to be there.
No, it's metallic for me.
It's bitter for me.
Yeah.
It's bitter. It goes past metallic into a bitter finish, which
Okay.
maybe buried in ice.
As it sits, the candy apple that was in the nose originally is starting to subside. Mm-hmm. It's getting thinner.
This is the new.
A little more body, but the bitterness is still there.
A little more. Here's the thing.
Fractions.
It did improve. It's not a different whiskey.
No. Whoever blended, even with the change, great job of product consistency.
Yeah. It's recognizably the proper 12, which I think, if that's what they're going for, it can't be a different whiskey.
Yeah, you don't want to take over the thing that sold astronomical amounts of cases,
Yeah.
and then be like, new version. That's like new Coke.
But
like,
maybe-
don't fuck with the original. Yeah.
But maybe poke at the things that would give it a little bit more body and presence. And
Oh, the Bushmills, way better palate. So
the nose is very similar, though.
Bushmills original delivers on the palate in the way that you wish Proper 12 delivered on the palate.
Yeah.
Bushmills Budgets is just a good fucking budget Irish whiskey. It's so good.
Yeah.
That used to be the only thing, and then I started drinking Powers all the time. But this used to be my go-to, Bushmills. Jameson, then Bushmills.
The Powers John's Lane. Mm-hmm. How common or uncommon is that? Because I'm pretty spoiled. I don't really have a
Well,
grip
now
on it.
it's common.
Now it's common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not in bars though. If you go to a bar, you're still probably going to get Powers 3 Swallow.
Okay.
But then they have an actual Irish selection.
Yeah.
The next one's always going to be John's Lane
Lane,
of
yeah.
the Powers line.
Okay, fair enough.
There's an Irish pub down in Austin off of Old Torf. Mm-hmm. And they've got a great selection of Irish whiskeys in this tiny little corner pub in like a strip mall parking lot.
Dude, I
Worst vibe outside, great vibe inside.
stumbled ass backwards into like an old Sonic building that they turned into. They got coffee, they got beer, and I'll be damned if they don't have a really impressive whiskey
Really?
selection.
Do they deliver it to your car door?
No. You go in.
Okay.
The food's pretty legit. It's by the soccer stadium.
Oh, I've never been up in that area.
Okay. It's called Turnstile.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there because I'm up there. I was doing like a go-kart thing. There's a go-kart place near the soccer thing. So I'm sitting there and I was just going to get some food and I got some beers. And then I'm looking at the walls like, that's a lot of whiskey. That's a lot. Holy hell, they got a lot of whiskey here. And then I went up to the bar. I got a menu. The menu is that thick.
What do they do with the things that used to be drive-through speaker comms?
Those are just
Parking? Oh, okay,
places,
they didn't make use of it.
Yeah, so it's
not
it's
everybody
it's a narrow, long building.
Yeah.
But they have like a big walk-in freezer for all the stuff. I mean,
All right.
It turned out like a pretty cool spot. But Turnstile, holy hell.
Austin's a thing. Austin is a place where half the time the coolest shit is so weird.
Yeah.
And in such a weird, like, remember Whip In? Now it's an actual restaurant and a fancy beer bar.
Yeah.
But originally Whip In was this corner store turned really elaborate beer selection. And then they had a counter that served Indian food, but not quiet Indian food. It was like Texan Indian
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
And then the food took over half the store. And now they've blown it out and it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
But it was the weird. I used to play shows there,
Yeah.
and it was a room smaller than this. There's about the size of this room was the dining area. And you set up in a little corner and you ate like what they called Texas chili, but it was Indian curry.
No kidding.
Yeah,
All right.
and naan, and it's
They're crossing a lot of-
really good food.
Crossing a lot of streams there.
They really
Okay.
are.
Going back to the nose on the new Proper 12, it's actually an improved nose.
Yeah, it's the fruit held up. I think that's the difference between the newer one is slightly fruitier.
No, I'm getting almost an added layer of a butterscotch with the tiniest bit of like some type of raspberry or something. But some type of
Yeah, I think
fruitiness.
where you're getting raspberry, I'm getting candy apple.
Okay.
Because it's the same caramel coated apple.
Yeah.
It's nice though.
New Proper
I
12.
mean, it is improved. Is it
It's improved.
enough to be like, yeah?
I will say it's nicer than it was.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But the Bushmills, you want to make Bushmills shine. On the nose, it's kind of a wash. But on the taste, the Bushmills has a little bit more richness, which is nice. We got the Jason Dillon's ET1D. Looking forward to whiskeys I can actually taste, LOL. You guys are great regardless, but more fun with shared experiences.
Yeah, so we're there, guys. We're finally talking about things that you can get.
Oh, yeah.
And
now, whether or not the people watching this channel are going to run out. Oh,
I was right on. So, I just.
I don't know how many people are going to run out by Proper 12.
No.
Anybody that's been interested in Proper 12 has got it a long time ago.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it was fun to do the new one.
But yes, no,
Yeah.
I've been curious about this comparison for the longest time.
Yeah.
Because Proper 12 comes up and it's like, no, I had it, it's not for me. But have you had the new one?
Yeah.
Now I know exactly what degree of new and improved.
This is a level of new that nerds are talking about.
Yeah.
This is not a level of new that any common drinker of Proper 12 is going to pick up on.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that was probably a good job of them threading the needle.
Yes.
Because they don't want people who are
They
regular.
brought back some of the peripheral nerds
Yeah. Well,
who were just shitting on it completely.
no, who are huge Connor fans, but they got to have something in the glass that they
Come
can
on,
get
guys. Yeah, just give me a little more.
behind. We got Real Rain Dance. I don't know why I always throw left. Proceeds to demonstrate a left spin throw.
So what is a left spin throw? Does that mean I'm letting go with the down?
I don't know. You just
That's a right spin, though.
you got to go just straight.
So instead of letting off straight, I'm letting off side. Maybe that's it.
Okay, you know what? I don't get to do this.
No, you never.
I never get to do this.
You're deprived.
Yes.
Oh,
That's where you hit it.
Yes.
100% of the time.
So I think maybe you had in your head
Yeah.
what you were telling me to do.
Right.
Only you didn't let go to the left.
All right, this is it.
So that was it. Right in, dead
Yeah.
center,
Yeah.
not even bouncing off the edges. What if I let go like a dart thrower?
Oh, well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not going to bounce around too much. That's it. Okay.
Guys,
All right.
if I change the way I think about it,
Yeah.
I'm watching you miss the rest of them. But yeah, it is. I was throwing it like, yeah,
Here's the fighting, stealing, and drinking.
damn it. If you fight me, fight for a friend.
Steal, may you steal your liver's heart.
And if you drink,
May
may
you drink with us.